Alright, now you're on.
Hey everybody, what's going on? Zee Garcia here.
Sam Healy, what's up, y'all?
We're going to be doing a Q&A
Q&A.
with a liquid Q.
Q.
And hopefully you have some questions for us. Hopefully we have some answers for you.
Well, we definitely have some answers. Show.
So let's kick it off pretty soon here today. We have Mr. Vassal on manning our control center over here. He'll be taking a look at the questions themselves and letting us know. We should be mindful to repeat them anyway, I think, just to make sure that they get heard a little bit better.
Absolutely.
So are we vamping for a little bit, or do you have some questions?
What are your top 5 heavy metal bands?
Well, I'll throw this one off to Sam.
Okay. Top 5 heavy metal bands. Right now, currently.
Metallica.
Well, that's the thing. Do you want secular or sacred, or do you want just a smattering?
I'm gonna say Metallica.
Okay, that would be on my secular list.
I'm gonna say what's their name? You just interviewed the guy.
Theocracy.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably my number 1 right now. I'm really digging on Theocracy.
I'm gonna say Garth Brooks.
You need to be quiet now. I've got friends in lonely place.
That's right.
Yeah, something like that.
Anyway, personalities.
Yes, that's it.
I only got 2 of those.
Okay, top 5. Here we go. Number 1 would definitely be Theocracy right now. I'm really digging all of their albums. Love the message of the music. Love the professionalism behind the music. Just love everything about Theocracy right now. Probably next, my number 2 right now would probably be Stryper, their newer stuff. They've been making albums ever since 2013. Most people know them for their hair band days. And they have actually, it's like a fine wine, they've actually aged and gotten better. Michael Sweet's voice is actually better than it used to be, it was a phenomenal voice to begin with. Another one that I really like is Golden Resurrection. They're a Scandinavian melodic metal band. And yeah, off the cuff, coming up with a top 5 is rather difficult. But those are 3 that I'm really digging on right now. Secular would be probably Metallica, Megadeth. Lynch Mob was one of my favorites. George Lynch is an amazing guitarist. Although he's not a band, he's a solo artist. Steve Vai is another person I listen to. He's an absolute wizard with a guitar. And that's about it. Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Exactly.
I want to see.
Sorry, that was a long answer. My bad.
What do you guys think about the lack of miniatures in Gloomhaven? Like, there's not miniatures for the monsters.
Cardboard standees and all that.
Is there any miniatures for your own characters?
Yeah.
They are miniatures.
Yeah, they are miniatures.
It's just all the baddies are not miniatures.
I would say
Correct.
there's at least 150 bad guys.
Yeah, and they're all cardboard standees.
I mean, at the end of the day, the problem is the game is already really expensive. There's a metric ton of content in there. If every one of those baddies was also a miniature,
you triple
the game
the
would
price.
be unaffordable.
Yeah.
Or, they would be not sustainable for the company. I'm sure someone would buy it, but
I mean, they sold it for what, $74 on the Kickstarter, I think, or 75, something like that. And he's probably not making a whole lot of money on that. That's probably breaking even, I would imagine. If you had all those extra miniatures in it, you're probably talking.
Also, the box would be like 3 times as big.
Right. So you're talking $250 at least, probably.
Well, there's also some utility, some usability, I should say, that would go away if the character standees have a letter. That is how you track effects and damage and stuff on them off the board on this little thing you get. So
that could be easily put into the mold, though.
Maybe, I guess.
Yeah.
But it's fine. Would I like miniatures? Yeah, I like miniatures. They look cool. But this is usable.
Yeah.
It works.
This is more practical.
I'm a new store owner going to Gamma for the first time. Any tips?
New store owner going to Gamma for the first time. Any tips?
Are you a new gamer too? That would be See, I'm not a store owner, so I don't know what you should be doing other than talking to as many publishers as you possibly can, or
I mean, I would go to
maybe
some of
focusing on the distributors too.
Yeah.
And,
I would also go to some of those seminars they have.
hmm
Definitely hit those up. They've been doing them for a while, so they know how to target store owners. I think that's a good way to just see what's going on and what's there for you. You know, that would be a good way to tackle that, I think.
Yes.
But again, we're not sure.
We're not store owners.
Okay, you two have to jointly design a game. What theme and mechanisms?
Okay, so we have to design a game. What theme and mechanism would be included in that game? It would be about Vikings.
Viking birds fighting over an intersection.
Okay. And it
You know,
would
the
be
perches. The perches.
right. No. Yeah. I'm
On
there with you.
a light.
Right, and it would be an abstract area control, but then the abstract would go away because of all the card actions.
I was with you up until the abstract point.
Well, I mean, there would be like placement, you know, of like you put bird here, my bird here, but then the action cards would be like, well, I'm going to attack your bird, descend upon you with what am I shaking your hand?
We're gonna do this.
Yeah, Valhalla be unleashed upon you kind of stuff.
Because
Yeah.
I wasn't kidding about the whole birds fighting over a perch.
Okay, cool. I'm not
Perches.
designing a
Yes,
game
you
with
are.
you.
You just shook.
That's not
You
a
just shook?
contract.
That is a contract, and you saw it. Everybody
It's
did.
a video recorded handshake.
That's right, baby. Woo! Got him.
All right, anyway, what is your thoughts on the latest marathon compared to the last one? Ups, downs, etc.
Okay, thoughts on the latest marathon compared to previous ones we've done. I had a great time. I don't know.
Compared to the January one, or compared to like other ones? Like, because I think the January and the February ones were like knocks out of the park compared to the previous ones we've done before that.
I think this new format works well. That's
Yeah.
the main takeaway. I think,
Where
for
everybody's
me.
not sleep deprived.
That's
Yeah.
right. Because doing a straight shot, 24 hours, everybody is
Oh,
tired. By the end, you're just sort of pushing through. It's harder to have fun when that's the case. It just
Right.
is. And then to be on camera having fun is sort of an extra layer that a lot of people maybe are not aware of.
We all got kind of loopy at the end of Conan.
Yeah, which is fine. Loopy's fun for me. That works, you know. But this format that allows for breaks, scheduled sleep,
Yeah.
just lets everybody have a much better time. I think it's ultimately going to give us a more fun and hopefully engaging for the viewers experience.
And I think there's a higher volume of actual gamers that are on screen as well over the course of the marathon. So,
Yeah, so we can have
that
more
also
personalities.
helps.
We can have
Yeah.
more people on. Yeah, it was good.
I liked it. I like it a lot.
Fun.
Do you have any tips for shaving your head?
Do we have any tips for shaving our heads?
Well, he probably does. He's like a shaving instrument connoisseur over here. I'll just tell you what I do. I use usually not the cheapest because those actually hurt when you cut.
Tape.
No, I don't use duct tape. That would be very bad.
Wax.
Hot wax.
What I do is I just nair my head.
No, I just use a fairly inexpensive, like, Bic razor, even one of the disposable ones, and I don't even use shaving cream or anything like that.
Right.
Just straight dry.
Really?
Yeah.
Just dry or water?
Well, I use water. Yeah, I mean, just water from like cleaning it off in the sink and then going after it.
Wild sauce. I
So-
don't do that.
You use barbecue sauce, you say?
No, he uses wild sauce. I'm
Wild
curious as what that is.
No, I would recommend.
Bold and bold.
I mean, I'm not a fan of disposable razors, but if that works for you, that's fine. And I would go with the grain, especially the first time you're doing it. Go against the grain so you know what you're doing. And definitely trim your head first. Make sure it's nice and short. You can look out for anything you might, cut into. But I would lather up. Yeah. You wanna.
I always go.
Safety.
I go front to back on the top, bottom up on the sides and on the back,
How do you do the back?
like this.
Oh, you just go by feel?
Yeah.
And I would do.
Oh,
I would go with the grain, whereas Sam is going against the grain on the sides and the back. Front's fine, but I would do just basically back on the whole head.
Oh, well, I do that. I go up and then I go back.
someone says you didn't mention Maiden. I don't know. Is that Iron Maiden?
Yeah. probably.
Yeah, I was there. Honestly, Eddie is what put me off of Iron Maiden the most out of everything else, because I wasn't ever really into the whole undead thing, and Eddie is their mascot, and he is this undead soldier that they just dress up in different ways depending on what the theme of the album is, and I was never in on that. I like a lot of their songs. Bruce Dickinson is an amazing voice. But I never really got into Iron Maiden that much. All my friends were listening to them, and I didn't not enjoy it, but they're not one of my favorites.
Are you guys okay with pre-planned expansions like Scythe? And why not just include the expansions if they're already good to go?
Because money, it would. Because they would probably have to charge you too much to have you purchase the game. It's easier to try something out, to find out if you like it, and then if you want more, you can get that.
Yeah.
It's simply harder to take a gamble at $200. I might play it and not like it. That's $200, not $60.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. I mean, yes, and companies want to make money, and there's all of that stuff too. I get that. But that's simply it. Now, I kind of feel differently about DLC. But that's already been done, though, because that one you don't have to pack it, you don't have to ship it, you know? But it costs someone man hours to make, so maybe that's okay, you know? But, probably Derek agrees with me here on this one, who's off screen right there. DLC pre-packed on a disc. Like, it's already on the disc. You bought it. You just don't have access to it till you pay us a little bit more.
There's
That's kind of like
economical reason for it, but it just feels wrong.
It feels wrong, right? But yeah.
Wow, it's already on the disc?
Yeah.
You just have to unlock it. You don't have the code to unlock it.
You basically bought it, but we're not giving it to you till you buy it some more.
It's like a board game with a locked box inside, and you have to pay for it.
That's exactly what it's like, yeah.
All right, so this guy has his friend or his brother, who always likes Munchkin and wants to play Munchkin all the time. He's tired of it. So he wants the game to kind of give his brother somewhat of the same experience, but it's not Munchkin.
Smash Up?
Yeah, that's a good step.
Yeah, maybe Smash.
Smash Up would be, I think, a good bridge because you have all those different factions that you can choose from at the beginning, so he can...
And the Munchkin version of Smash Up.
Yeah, there is a Munchkin version of Smash Up too, correct.
Just find out. I guess the main thing is find out what he likes about Munchkin.
Right.
You know, what is it? Is it funny games? Go find a funny game.
Mm-hmm.
Does he like picking on the other player and taking their stuff? Go find a game that does that well, you know. That's it. You figure out why someone likes something before you suggest a different game.
Right.
That's just a good rule of
thumb. Are you looking forward to the new office space? Any thoughts on that?
We spent a lot of time today talking about a studio, a recording studio, logistics, where we're going to be, design even. We were kicking around some ideas there. So yeah, we're looking forward to it. There's nothing wrong with where we are now, but it's always better to improve.
I think we need more room. Again, the logistics in this space are a little bit contrived because it is a bedroom, basically. Yeah. So yeah, should be good.
What would your tips be for a first timer going to Dice Tower Con?
Play games.
I mean, normally my first time at a convention sort of advice would be don't overschedule yourself. But there's not a whole lot of scheduling to be done at Dice Tower Con.
Yeah, there's going to be.
Yeah,
there's a lot of stuff.
That would be my one advice is don't overschedule yourself into too many things or make plans before you get there. Like, if you know someone online, plan a game with them and then plan a game with this person. Go in there with some flexibility because you will walk across a table that wants a gamer and you want to play that game. You've been wanting to. Boom, you just threw off that schedule if you had one.
Yep.
So go in there with lots of flexibility and just, everybody's there for the same reason you are, so don't feel shy or worried about disrupting someone's game if they're looking for a game or disrupting their group or whatever. everybody there is there to do some gaming. So, I know some people have a problem with being outgoing, but give it a shot.
He's over there taking selfies with that stupid app, I think. One thing I did want to mention about Dice Tower Con is that there's going to be a lot more for painters. So be on the lookout for that. We're going to have one session every day instead of just 2 sessions like we did last year. And on top of those regular basic sessions, which are going to be paint and takes, Rob and Vernon are going to be doing like advanced classes in the afternoons.
I'll be there.
So I know you won't. So I mean, you can join.
I am going to join.
I'm not excluding you, but.
What do you think is the most difficult role in Captain Sonar?
The one that I never play.
What would be the most difficult role in Captain Sonar is the question. I think my role is not difficult. The one I usually do is I like to figure out where they are on the radar.
Probably Captain is the most difficult.
I would assume Captain, or maybe the one that at the very far end over there that has to like cross off the circles. Their logistical puzzle seems a little harder than the other ones at the table.
Yeah.
Because you have to make sure that you don't cross off whatever you want active anywhere. And it could show up in different places.
Mm-hmm.
And then things are connected by a little chain. And it's like, okay, sure, I want to finish it so I can clear it.
Yeah.
But for a moment, this thing's going to be shut off. That's probably the hardest. It's the one I'm most apprehensive to dive into. I could do all the other stations much more willingly. But I really like the radar operator or whatever. That's my favorite.
Sonar.
Yeah.
It's not radar.
Sonar operator. It's a form of radar.
No, it's underground.
You don't feel the most pressure in that one.
You think so? It's the most.
I think
You feel
so,
the most
yeah.
pressure in that station. I don't know. I really like that puzzle. So.
Oh, I enjoy it too. Yeah, you think if you're wrong, you.
If you're wrong, you mess it all up. Yes, that's true.
How many games do you guys own right now, roughly?
How many games do we own right now?
Too many?
And I'm gonna say not too many enough.
What?
It doesn't make
What?
any sense. Huh?
I don't know. I own about 590 games.
Oof.
Really?
No, not really. Yes.
Of course,
590?
about 200 of them fit in one of those bookshelf things.
That's
behind
true.
you.
Right,
That's
the
true. Yeah, in one cubby hole.
thing. One cubby hole, I could put like 50, right?
Yeah, exactly. I probably own around 200. And I probably need to get rid of at least 50 of them.
Wow.
But your games, again,
They're bigger, yeah.
are bigger. It's just
Right.
gonna be bigger, right? And one game also might be like, for example, Memoir 44 is one game, but you have
There's
a lot of stuff
it, yeah.
for it, right?
Are conventions still fun for you guys, or is it just work at this point?
Are conventions still fun for us?
For
or
me.
is it just work?
Yes. I
Just work.
I
Okay.
really
And for me,
no, I
they're
really
fun.
enjoy conventions.
But for
They are
Sam,
work.
Just work.
They are work, but it's fun work. So
It is good work. No, they're fun. They're fun, and plus you're not on all the time. You know, you don't have to be working, setting something up, or whatever you may be doing at that convention, interviewing, whatever. You're not doing that all the time. So when you're not doing that, it is all just fun, whether it's in the evening or whatever.
yeah.
And you get to be somewhere new. You get to explore the local food, places, whatever. See people you haven't seen in a while, or meet new people. See games there. I mean, at the end of the day, we are all still gamers getting excited about games.
Yeah.
And just the same stuff everybody gets excited about: traveling, local food, seeing folks. Yeah, I love it.
What game do you each think the other person would love if they just played it, but they're never going to either? You don't think they're going to give it a chance, but they should.
So, what game should the other guy here, in our opinion, try?
That
but
you think they would like.
that we think they would like, but they probably wouldn't want to try.
TI3, yeah, it's gotta be because there's a lot of stuff in TI3 that I think you would like. It's just
Right.
that it's so long, you'll stay away from it. I really think that you would enjoy TI3, but it's too long.
Right. And I don't know, something that Sam would like that he probably wouldn't try, because every now and then he'll be excited about some little card game or something that I'm like, I wasn't expecting that. Or an abstract sometimes, and I'm like,
Got to be something with programmable movement, right? Or with a puzzle element.
That I also would like, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, programmable games, programming games, yeah, but I also can't think of any that I'm like, Sam, it's going to change your opinion. I don't think so, you know. So I don't know, probably some small card game. I really thought he was going to like Kobayakawa, but it was a bad play of that also. Because that game does not scale well at all, unfortunately. It's the one strike against it. It's 4 or bust. Everything else is you have too little information with fewer, or simply too much information with more players. You know almost every card. There's no gambling there. So, I don't know. I would say I'd like him to try that again. I'll go with that.
What game could you whoop the other one at?
Blood Rage for him.
What game could you whoop the other player at? And Sam says Blood Rage.
For you.
For me.
Yeah.
You could beat me all the time in Hanamakoji. That's for sure.
I did, yeah.
Oh my goodness.
I taught you that game, and we played like, what, 3 times?
Yeah, but I was like not getting any better at all.
I'm pretty sure I could whoop him at Memoir 44.
Memoir, you have.
Almost every time.
You have. But I mean, we're talking not games of pure chance.
Wow. He went there.
Do you have any advice for moderating a party game with kids?
Advice for moderating a party game with kids.
Don't do it.
Don't do it. Man, I don't know.
I don't know. I really am low on the party game spectrum anyway. Doing it with kids, even lower.
I guess my main thing would be don't mix the groups. Don't have
different
a party game
age
with
groups. You mean?
Or I mean like real different. You know, it's okay if they're like between I don't know
Right.
10 and 7 or whatever. But I would not want to run a party game. Usually, it depends on the party game, but between adult and kids at the same time. That's again just my own opinion. Running a party game with kids, I guess I don't see what the problem would be if you're just running it for kids. That's fine. They can. It's a party game. Show it to them. Let them play.
No, with
Like
advice.
I've seen.
What do you do when you do that?
What do you do when you do that? Tips.
I don't
go
do
with
it,
a
so I don't
simple
know.
game. Make sure that they don't get hung up on winning and losing. That they're just having fun first. I mean, general advice you want to give to kids anyway. I guess. Like I've seen kids play, or I gave a copy to kids playing Tapple. It works fine, but you know they're gonna get in like 3 words, and then like that's it. Like they get in 3 or 4 of the really obvious ice cream flavors. And once chocolate and vanilla and strawberry are gone, it's like, boom, right? Time's up. Just don't, they kind of have to know going in that it's a very low stakes endeavor. It is just silly fun. No hurt feelings, no gloating, none of that stuff. Just general kid friendly.
Be careful.
Advice,
Be careful when you tell them to just have fun, because their definition of fun might not be what your definition of fun, and it might not include
breaking your stuff.
Well, yeah, it might not include actually playing the game.
Yeah.
So I don't.
I just tell them play this game as written in the rules, or else. Have fun, as per the instructions.
No, I mean when I'm introducing a game with my youth group, usually I cannot just tell them let's just have fun with it, because then their level of fun is, like, for example, in Wits and Wagers, providing absolutely ridiculously wrong answers.
Right.
And they know they're ridiculously wrong, which then throws off the game. So you can't tell them just to have fun. You have to say, we're going to have fun playing this game, so try to play the game the way it was supposed to be played, so that we all can have fun, and so that you two over there can't have your fun and then throw off the game for the rest of us.
There you go.
So
listen to Sam's advice. I have no idea.
What do you guys do with your free time besides board games? Free time.
Free time.
I almost said edit videos, but then he said free time.
I would imagine that most of my free time is spent in some way, shape, or form with my family. but not always, because sometimes my free time is when the family's out doing something else and I'm got all my work done. And recently I've been going back through Skyrim and watching some old Duck Dynasty episodes.
I guess for me, I'm very what's the word? It's not laser focused because I'm not. It's just, but once I get on something, I'm like, that's it. That's the one thing. And once I put it down, I'm like, oh, now it's gonna be this thing. And boom, that's it. And then it's cyclical. It'll be like reading for a while. You know, I'm just like, I don't play any video games. I'm barely watching TV. It's reading. Then it'll be video games, and I'm just playing video games. And I go and read about video games, and I'm just that's it. Or now it's TV. Right now it's TV. I'm catching up on like The Walking Dead. I want to watch a couple of new sci-fi TV shows that started up that sound really cool. So right now, that's what it is. But in a week, it might be something completely different. Could be playing card collecting.
Underwater basket weaving.
Probably not that. But
Z, thoughts on Conan?
I liked it. It's a game that's got a very interesting allocation system. It's Euroly, actually, except for the dice rolling. I mean, but the managing your resources part of it kind of makes me think of Cyclades a little bit. I mean, Cyclades is just a bit, one push. In this one, it's like a lot of little pushes. But it's got this clever idea of like, I'm going to move. Oh, I need to move again. Fine, I'll spend a little bit more on that. But you're always keeping an eye on, this is my reserve for defending. I better be careful. I don't blow through that.
And hit points.
Or I'm defenseless. And then, okay, I'm going to attack. Oh, that didn't quite go so well. Okay, I'll attack one more time. That's interesting because it's a built-in push your luck system in a fighting, skirmish game. That's very clever. And then the other side of that, the bad guys, it seems very cool. I haven't explored it very much, just what I could see, but it seems like there's a lot going on there too. So I like any game that utilizes in a small part of its overall mechanisms, pushing your luck. I love that. I love making the mistake. Seeing somebody go, I guessed wrong. I did too much. I should have held back. Whatever. I like that. Seems cool.
Yep.
What were your favorite game experiences during the 30-hour live play?
30-hour live play.
Favorite game experiences on that? I really enjoyed getting to teach and play Pandemic Cthulhu. It was a fun game of it. Also, it went well. Everybody was having a good time, it seemed. And I really enjoyed learning Conan and Burke's Gambit, which were two new to me games then. Both really fun, very different games, but they embody their genres very well, both of them. Probably those two and Pandemic Cthulhu. What else? I don't know. I'm going to go with that. What do you got?
I'm going to say Zombicide Black Plague was probably my favorite. I did really enjoy the Time's Up session as well.
Mm-hmm. A lot of good games.
I enjoyed Conan too. Yeah. I enjoyed Conan as well. I thought we as a team worked well together.
It's funny. It's fun.
And that's what it is. We were hamming it up there a little bit, and it was fun. And it was really close too. I mean, it came down to the wire. The last action, you were one step away from getting out with the princess. And
my main concern with Conan, just looking at the pictures originally, was the board looked busy. And I'm like, I hope this is readable.
Some of the people on the feed were saying that it wasn't the top down was not a good good way to do that.
That's just a concern that comes from the camera. I mean, in person. I was looking at it in person. I'd seen pictures online, and I was looking at it. I'm like, I hope this all is clear, because that's what I like in skirmish games. I want them to be very clear. I don't want movement or a line of sight rules to be annoying. That's the stuff that pushes me out. And I did not have any problems with it. So
cool.
Yeah.
What are your feelings on real-time games versus turn-based? Is there a particular game or theme that works better in real time?
Okay, real time versus not real timed.
Well, I think Captain Sonar works really well real time, and games like that where you have one team against another works well in real time. But turn-based seems to, even if it's simultaneous, it's still simultaneous play, but I do mine and then you do yours. Probably conflict-oriented games work best with turn-based.
Probably. I mean, for me, like you're right. Anything that is simulating an activity in the real world that would put time pressure on you. Captain Sonar, disarming a bomb like we did in Fuse. Anything of that sort where it's you have this much time to get this done for real, right? Whatever you are simulating. Those tend to work well. Games that have done real-time mechanisms that don't work well are things like playing cards on top of other piles in real time. Games of that ilk. Games of anything of that sort, huh?
He called it ilk.
Anything of that style seems like a very ham-fisted way to add tension to something that's pretty boring, unfortunately. That's how I've always seen that.
That's how I've always looked at Pit. I know a lot of people like Pit, but I can't stand the game because everybody's just yelling at the same time, and you can't hear what other people are saying, and it just really bothers me. And I get no enjoyment at all from Pit, and that's a real time game.
That's what it is. It's the game that adds a mechanism. And that one they're simulating stock market. So
yeah,
there are games out there that just sort of do real time because it's fun. They're kids. And then, but when you get down to one card, shout the name of the game. And I don't mean just Uno. There's a lot of games that make you say the name of the game. I hate that rule. It's a stupid, dumb Americans buy our game rule. I hate that. You know what I mean?
We need to put that into some of the other
What do you think?
games that we play.
Yeah. Conan.
I just took over, Imperium Rex. I
Just
can't
raced
remember
for the galaxy.
Twilight Imperium 3.
Anyway.
Is there a particular film you're looking forward to in 2017?
Oh.
Well, we're just talking about this a little bit.
Yeah.
Logan's
He's
coming out
really jonesing for Logan right now.
I've heard nothing but good things. It's apparently getting
Well, it might come out
crazy.
tonight at midnight.
He's there.
I'm there.
I'm really looking forward to Guardians of the Galaxy is one we're looking forward to. Kong is another one that I'm looking forward to.
7:05 tonight, Z.
7:05 p.m. tonight?
Yeah.
I got work I got to do.
Oh.
No, I'm not even gonna.
Oh.
I'm a stone over here.
I say you can do it, man. Go ahead.
I'll go check it. Actually, I felt that same way about John Wick. I was like, it's coming out. I really like the first one. It's a good action movie. John Wick, great reviews, like 90% Rotten Tomato. I'm like, yeah, haven't seen it. That came out like a week and a half ago. I get all pumped up about something, like same thing, Fallout 4 came out. I'm like, they announced it. I'm like, oh, Fallout 4 is coming out. Oh, Fallout, when? Oh, it's like in a week. I haven't played Fallout 4. I don't, it comes out, I'm like, yay! I got stuff I gotta do. Or games I haven't played, movies I haven't seen. Yeah, I'm not very good at keeping on top of things, clearly. I'm watching season 4 of Walking Dead, so.
Oh, you slowed down now?
I'm on 4, or maybe the first episode of 5. I have slowed down a little bit. I hit it pretty hard there for a couple days.
Yeah, you binged it for a couple days.
That's kind of what I'm like, okay, it's Walking Dead. Just keep on watching. It's good. It's great, but if I put it down for a few days, it might take me a hard time to sort of build it back up.
What popular superhero do you dislike and why?
What popular superhero do we dislike and why?
Deadpool, for me, because he's vile and arrogant and very, what's the word when you cuss a lot?
Foul-mouthed?
Foul-mouthed, vulgar. There you go. There you go.
Vulgar, yeah.
He's very vulgar. He's very vile. A lot of innuendo, and I don't care for him. I generally don't care for anti-heroes anyway. So, yeah, that's definitely mine. Deadpool.
No, I don't know. There's none that really generate any strong emotions like that one way or the other for me. or I should say negative. I like Batman and I like that stuff. Superman is kind of like boring because he's too good, like he's too powerful. The thing that can hurt him is a green rock. Doesn't make for a great conflict. So it's kind of, that one did not age well. I think I'm about to get all tons of hate, but I think it's a superhero they made so insanely good. He's good at everything, right? Except he gets weak from the rock from his planet. I mean, it's a green stone. It's not very dramatic. You know what I mean?
He's got to have a weakness somewhere, though, right?
I know.
Otherwise,
make
he's
it
just,
like
there's no reason. I mean, nobody would ever go against him, right? He would have no villains.
he's too good, right? That's the problem. So the thing that hurts him is inanimate. It's kind of lame. Maybe make like a dude who lived on his planet that is made out of that rock.
It can be used in a number of different ways.
I don't know. Anyway, Superman is just okay.
He has a nice mother.
Why did you say that name?
Why did you say that name, Thomas?
Do you ever get burned out of being board game media and wish you could just be a board game enthusiast?
Sure, but then I do momentarily. I'll be like, I'll think it for a second and then go, hold on, my job is really, really sweet. And then I'm over it.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Yeah, that's about the same thing. There are times when things happen and you second guess yourself.
That look?
No.
You just gave me like a natty look.
No, you really kind of just is it worth it? And it is.
It is. It is. Yeah. Again, every job's gonna have a tough day or whatever. You have to adjust to that. So you think about it for a moment. Yeah, like sometimes you want to just be able to get excited about something you've never heard about, or go to a convention and see something you never, thought would be there, whatever, all that stuff. But yeah, the job's very good, also, and it's fun.
Has your experience with Seafall affected your anticipation for Pandemic Legacy 2?
Yes.
So the question is, was your experience with Seafall, has it affected your anticipation for a second season of Pandemic Legacy?
Yes, it is for me, because I have heard that there are some Seafall elements in it, and I'm just curious as to what elements from Seafall are in it and how much of an effect on the game it's going to have.
I'm going to say no.
No, because you're a Pandemic file.
It's also, they're different styles of games. I'm not worried about Pandemic suddenly becoming not cooperative and a 4X game.
That's true.
Do you collect anything outside board games?
Dust on my board games sometimes. But
I collect my thoughts.
yes,
like
when I can.
I collect playing cards. That's kind of
okay.
board game-y,
How many do you have?
About 50 decks, something like that.
Man, you need 52 decks.
Wasteful.
You need 52 decks, man.
I know, that would be funny.
You need to.
About 50, something like that. Maybe more.
I collect bills that I've paid.
Why would you collect them? Just to be like, this got paid.
I can't afford to collect anything else. I don't know. I mean, no, I don't collect anything. I got enough junk in my house as it is. I don't need any more.
Superman is also weak to magic, people want to point out.
Ooh, so Doctor Strange could whoop him around.
Really? Wait, this is new to me.
I didn't know that.
Derek's over here going, yes, you dork. You don't know anything.
No.
Superman is weak to magic.
Every time I make the same argument about kryptonite, they say the same thing.
Oh,
And I'm
okay.
like, yeah, and how often do you see Superman go up against a wizard?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true. It
Ooh.
doesn't matter. He might also be like weak to black beans.
There needs to be like a what if comic, Gandalf versus
Superman.
Yeah.
You shall not pass.
Yes.
And the little stone at the top is made of kryptonite instead of whatever that white stuff.
Yes.
It goes like this and it turns green. He's
Yes.
like, I got you now. Let me get my pointy hat on. Is it the gray or the white though? One of the two has a horsey.
The green.
Oh, Gandalf the green. That's also a little. Oh, this is happening tonight. First the Viking bird game, then Gandalf the green. an eye out for that.
Which of Tom's hats would you like to see magically disappear?
Goofy
I'll answer
No,
that.
but we made
The
one
red
that
one.
magically disappear.
What?
The red one, because he wears it so much and he takes it so many places. It's starting to look a little ratty.
I got a new red one.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, he's okay.
I don't know. They're his hats. Why do I care? But I do have an answer. No, I guess for me it would be any of the
The
ones that
turtle
are.
hat.
He likes the hats that he can throw in luggage, and they're collapsible. They're sort of soft hats. They also need to be reshaped before you throw them on your head. And sometimes he's just like, "Blah," and it looks like something bright red
It just
dyed
got
on his head.
burped up out of something from the
Yeah,
others.
So it needs to just be like, massaged back into shape.
I need a technical difficulty screen to go to on OBS. I'm gonna build that. Hang on. Favorite non-gaming YouTube channels?
Don't watch YouTube.
I got a couple of movie review guys I like to watch.
No, you watch YouTube sometimes.
Yeah, but it's not one channel.
No, like for example,
We like
honest
those
movie
top.
trailers.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't subscribe to them and I don't watch them with any frequency. The only time I watch those kinds of channels is when somebody else says, "Hey, go check this out,"
Yeah.
and I go watch that one, and then I'm done until somebody says, "Oh, you need to go check this one out."
Well, let me see. I like to watch a guy who does a channel or a series on his channel called Unbox Therapy, where he'll open up technology and show it off. And then I like to watch someone by the name of Chris Stuckman, who does movie reviews, and I like him. And then I like the top that channel. There's a bunch of them. There's one specific, I forget which one, that likes to do like top 10 whatever in your favorite movie, or that kind of stuff. Top 5 things you missed in this other thing.
Yeah.
That's like a huge category. I get that. I forget which one does it pretty well, and I like theirs because it's not just clickbait. They're good.
All right, I got the technical difficulties thing set up.
Are you serious? Throw it up in there. Why you little?
No, not that one. Do you have a wish for a theme that Time Stories should visit?
Ooh.
That's not already been announced, I'll say.
Yeah.
What has been
Question?
announced? I don't know what's coming up the next 2 or 3.
So, okay, hold on. Yeah, I got to repeat the question. Right. I forget sometimes. What the question is, can they not hear you say it? You should probably
Someone
find
just
that.
said I'm not loud enough. That's all.
Okay.
Be louder.
Sorry.
Now, the question is, what theme would we like to see in Time Stories that has not been done or announced?
Cyberpunk.
Derek just said cyberpunk. That is cool. But that would fall in like the alternate world one, right? Like they did with Prophecy of Dragons. That would be neat.
What are the ones that are coming up?
Knights, Hollywood, 18 plus rating.
Knights,
Pirates,
Hollywood, 18 plus rating. And what?
Pirates.
And Pirates? Oh, easy. Vikings.
And I wanted to see the Old West. Something in the Old West, the Wild West. Yeah.
Doomtown West.
Yeah, for sure.
Ooh.
Yeah, crazy stuff, right? Doomtown stuff. Yeah,
That's cool.
I want to see that.
What's your favorite top 10 list you've ever done?
I have an answer for this.
The overrated one's my favorite one so far.
The very first
The live
favorite
one? The live
The
one we
live
did
one.
was your favorite top 10 we've done?
Yeah. That was really fun.
That was fun. I think my favorite one we've done was and this was just, I don't know why it's memorable in my head, but I had a lot of fun doing it, was when we did the show and tell of weird game components. I remember
Right.
because I brought
You
a
had
bag
some,
of all
yeah.
this
You
stuff.
had
I
your show and tell
props.
bag, right?
I
Yeah.
had props. That's why it was funny. That one, I had a lot of fun gathering the stuff, bringing it out, showing it off. Yeah.
It was like it was in 3rd grade.
It was absolutely like I was in 3rd grade. I liked it.
Oh, yours was over it. Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay. Has Star Wars as a theme been overused yet in board gaming?
Has Star Wars as a theme been overused yet in board games?
I think no. I think it has been misused, but I don't think it's been overused.
Do you think there's room for more Star Wars games?
Sure. I mean,
What do you think
they
it
all
was
don't
over?
have to be conflict oriented. They could be. I mean, you could. I think it would be fun if there was like a democker game with themed around the Imperial Senate, where every faction has their own special ability and you're debating different. I mean, I don't know exactly how it would work, but you have to. So I mean, there's a lot of different things you can do with Star Wars that has not yet been done. Whether it'll be popular or not, I don't
when
know.
you say misused, do you mean that they've used it improperly or haven't used it yet? Which of those
Used
things?
it improperly. I
In,
mean,
like,
they
what?
just slap it on a game that it has no business being on.
I mean, you're
and-
thinking like Carcassonne and all that kind of stuff.
I actually enjoyed Carcassonne Star Wars.
But it is pasted on.
But it is pasted
efficiently,
on,
just
correct.
efficiently, but it is
Correct.
pasted on. I think it's used quite a bit, and I am gonna say the same thing Sam is saying, which is sometimes it gets misused, which makes my answer, yes, it's been overused. There's a lot of properties out there, Like, we keep getting a slightly, from an outsider's perspective, because I don't tend to play these Star Wars games. They tend to be bigger, more grandiose games that I don't get into. But it seems like they keep making the same style of game. It's like X-wing flying around shooting each other. Okay, then you got Armada. You're flying around shooting each other.
Capital ships.
With like a different scale or whatever. But then you got Imperial Assault. You're walking around shooting each other.
Ground battles.
It's just, I don't know. I do think it's overused as a theme. Yeah.
So if a theme is being misused, then it is overused.
No, not necessarily. I guess.
That's what it sounded like. Because it has been misused, then of course it's being overused. But
I
you
just
could
said that-
you could have one misuse, and that's the only game that's out
that's
there,
true.
so it can't be overused that way. So
What's the threshold for being?
just because, well, yeah, I don't think there is.
Tries do you get?
Right.
Yeah, right.
I
Well,
don't-
it just seems like every time I blink, there's a new Star Wars game. That's all I mean.
Well, but same. There's a new Cthulhu game that's coming out, and you
That
love
could very well be
Cthulhu.
overused.
So
too,
is
yeah.
Cthulhu overused as well?
Probably.
Hmm.
It's probably overused. Yeah.
All right. What is the last game you removed from your collection and why?
What's the last game, like the most recent game you removed from your collection, and why? Wow.
Is this like collection, or is this like games that are in my house?
Yeah, no, that's not fair.
Because
It's gotta
that's
be collection.
Because
Not just cycling through.
I got
Collection.
it because I'm done with it.
No, collection.
Wow.
Man, I don't know.
Collection. I got rid of 10 Days in a, well, that's not my most recent. I just got rid of that one though, because I had that and Asia, and I like Asia more, and I'm never going to play 10 Days in the USA again, I think. So I got rid of that one. But I may have kept Planet Defenders, but Z liked it more than I did. So I probably would have kept that in my collection. I wouldn't have put it in the auction. I mean the flea market. But I gave it to him because he liked it more than
Flea
I.
market.
Yeah, the mega flea market. Yeah, there's like what you said. There was already like 30 boxes.
32 right now.
32 boxes, people.
Like big boxes.
And
too.
these are like the large U-Haul moving boxes, filled with games. So there's 32 of them so far.
I think what was the most recent game that I got rid of. I don't know. Maybe something small. Probably I can't remember. I kind of get rid of things in big groups.
Mm-hmm.
That's the thing. I don't one at a time them. They sort of make the corner, and then from the corner, it's like, all right, fine, and grab them all, and they all leave really at the same time. So
Yeah.
How is 2017 shaping up so far, game-wise?
how is 2017 shaping up so far, game wise?
I don't think it is at the mark of. What is this showing up in front of us?
Oh, sorry. Just had that in my pocket.
Oh, that, yeah. What huge pockets you have.
the better to play you with.
I don't think it's shaping up just yet to last year because I thought last year was a phenomenal year. You did not think that. But I thought last year was really good, and I'm not really feeling it just yet. But maybe. I mean, there's some stuff that we know that's coming around the pike at Gamma and at Gen Con, and it looks exciting, but we'll have to wait and see.
You're gonna have to ask us after Gamma, really,
Yeah, because that's when we're gonna have a lot of the skinnies
year hasn't really
started.
Yeah.
A couple phenomenal games though. The abstract one.
Santorini
As the 2017 Gloomhaven. There's a few front runners which are very impressive, or would seem to be. We haven't played them. Santorini was fantastic. It's fantastic. Gloomhaven, very impressive. And then you've got the big ones staring down the pipe like Pandemic Season 2. We've got the Legacy game coming out from Jamie Stegmaier.
Charterstone.
Thank
Keep
you.
forgetting that name.
There's a few that are like, when this thing hits, there's going to be waves.
Right.
Whether that's good or bad, we don't know. But there's a few coming that seem to be... It's going to be one of those years that's going to make a mark, I think, simply from the weight of the games that are going to come out.
So you think they're going to be less good games, but they're all going to be bigger games?
Possibly. Possibly. That's how it seems to be shaping up right now.
Yeah.
What was your favorite cartoon as a kid? And what was your favorite breakfast cereal that you ate while watching it?
Wow.
Oh, I should repeat that. What was your favorite cartoon as a kid, and what was your favorite cereal to eat while you were watching it? And will you please send me a lock of your hair?
Oh, so people want to remind you about Rising Sun for 2017.
No.
Rising Sun's another one of those. That's what I mean. That's a big one. It's like
exactly.
I will conquer you with my Oni of terror.
Yeah, that's a huge game that's coming out, and yeah, that's definitely coming up. But I mean, what if that's the only or one of like 5 that are really huge?
That's kind of how the year seems to be shaping up to me. Lots of games. There's always lots of games, and a few front runners at this point.
So back to the question, favorite cartoon and what cereal is our favorite that we were eating while watching that cartoon?
It's a very specific question.
Yeah.
Someone out there is writing this down.
I know, right?
That's a good question.
Somebody out there is like, Sam likes Fruit Loops.
You're going to get a box of them at Gen Con. Whatever you say.
I know, right?
They're going to make a Sam out of Fruit Loops and give it to you.
See, my favorite cereal right now, and I don't eat cereal hardly at all anymore. My breakfast right now is usually an egg sandwich. But...
What do you know?
My favorite one is... Right now is Cinnamon Toast Crunch, but I don't think that was around when I was a kid.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch?
I don't think it was around when I was a kid.
It's been around since I've been a kid.
1700.
And you're only 2 years older than me. It's been around for a long
time. Okay, well then I will probably go with that one then. And I was probably eating it whilst watching.
We're just making stuff up, man. That's the thing.
No, I'm trying to think.
Yeah, you're trying.
I'm trying to think. I would either go with either He-Man, Masters of the Universe, or G.I. Joe. Those were 2 of my favorite cartoons when I was growing up.
I was probably watching some Russian cartoon, eating pebbles. And I don't mean fruity pebbles.
No, they're like rocks.
I mean rocky pebbles.
What is your favorite food restaurant?
That ain't right. That ain't right.
What's your favorite restaurant you look forward to going to at a convention over the course of the year?
Man.
Really?
Well, you say yours.
Origins, man. That North Market.
Oh, the North Market just as a whole?
Okay. Yeah, I see that.
I don't even care. I'm just like, spin me around. Whatever I'm pointing at, I'll eat. For the most part. I always feel guilty eating at this place, but I think the one that I really enjoy the most is St. Elmo's. But I always feel guilty eating there. I mean, like mega guilty. Mm-hmm. Like, don't look at me. I'm leaving. Please stop. But it's the shrimp there.
The shrimp cocktail is amazing.
When I go there, I'm just gonna eat the shrimp, and then what would you like for your entree, sir?
If my
2 of those.
if like my nasal passages or stuff up, I'm like
train. There's a little train with a little conductor
just
going.
Smell it. Exactly.
That was super gross.
That's not a good image at all.
All right, well, I think it's time to do the
What are we
Rapid
doing?
Fire.
rapid fire.
Oh yeah, let's do it. Rapid fire.
Explain to people what's going on.
Okay, so rapid fire questions in which you are going to give us a binary choice question. Pick, A or B,
0 or 1.
0 or 1, and we will answer one of the two things. Just rapid fire. You can just bombard Tom's screen with those.
And I'll just shout them out. Don't
He'll
repeat everything.
shout them out, and we'll do this. Okay.
No, just put it here in the middle.
Well, I'll point it at you when it's time, and we'll just go with that. So, yeah, give us some rapid fire questions.
Hit us up.
This choice or this choice, we'll tell you what we think. Explanation may or may not be forthcoming with this. All right, here we go.
We are
We
waiting.
haven't got any.
We are
Haven't got it
waiting.
yet? Okay.
There's 440 people watching, but no one is.
440.
Sweet.
Wow. Thanks
Awesome.
everybody for tuning in. This is
Very
crazy.
cool.
Cool. Good to have you.
Maybe we're that far behind on the
feed?
Yeah, maybe. Okay. There we
All right,
go.
that's fine. That's fine.
Norway versus Ireland.
Ireland.
Norway.
Cheese grits or hash browns?
Cheese grits.
Hash browns.
They are amazing.
Fruity Pebbles or Rock Pebbles?
Fruity Pebbles. Because I'm in a country where I can afford them.
My childhood.
Moose Tracks or Rocky Road?
Oh, it's
gonna
pretty
go
much the
Rocky
same, but
Road.
Rocky
Rocky
Road,
Road,
yeah.
BB-8 or R2-D2?
R2D2,
BB-8 by far.
hands down. You cannot beat the original.
Red Bull or Monster Energy?
Monster.
Neither.
Tastes nasty.
Neither.
Pandemic or a real game?
Pandemic. Because I don't know what you mean by a real game.
Red T-shirt or black?
I'm usually wearing a black, so I got to go with black.
If I had a choice, it would be gray.
Inish or Scythe? Scythe.
Inish or Skive.
Inish.
Or Skive or a real game. I'll go with Sight.
Because he hasn't played Inish again yet. He doesn't
I
know.
played Inish once, and
And it's been changed since.
I don't know how it works, really.
Small World or Blood Rage?
Blood Rage.
Blood Rage by far.
Lightsaber or Blaster?
Lightsaber.
Ooh.
Because it beats a blaster. Unless you're Obi-Wan and the weird mechanical dude. General Grievous.
Oh,
Yes.
I have 4 arms, but I'm hiding that fact. You also have no lungs, sir.
Spree or Skittles?
What is Spree?
Spree is a harder, larger Skittle type candy.
Harder and larger?
But
Skittles.
they're more like, there's a little bit more
Reminds me of
sour.
Pebbles.
I would just like to point out that he is the one that brought all of that up, not me.
That's fine.
Kimchi or Wasabi?
Kimchi by far.
Wasabi.
Resistance or Avalon?
Resistance,
Yeah,
hands
I
down.
like the original one, too.
Santorini or Onitama?
Wow, I think I like Santorini a little bit better.
I have not yet played Santorini, so
Technical difficulty sign just came on.
I'll have to go with Onitama.
I mean, Onitama's also smaller, cheaper, all those things, but
Yeah.
Santorini is beautiful.
Cheese or ham?
Ham.
I'll go with cheese.
That's a hard one, isn't it?
It is.
I'll go with
They
cheese.
go so well together.
Yeah.
So,
Van Halen or Van Hagar? Van Hagar?
oh, Van Hagar is what people call Van Halen after Sammy Hagar joined the group. And yes, I'm going to go with Van Halen. I like David Lee Roth as a frontman better.
And I don't know.
Pancakes or waffles?
Waffles, because it has little pockets to hold the syrup.
Yeah, waffles.
Money or happiness? Such a dumb question.
Money.
Why would you say money?
How about first one, then the other?
How about I have both, but I don't focus on the one, so I have the other.
You got money?
No, I don't.
You don't want to focus on happiness?
No, I don't want to focus on money, so I am happy.
I'm just going to get the money, then you get the happiness, then you get the board games.
Ruffles or Lay's?
Ruffles, because they got ridges.
It's the same thing.
No, it's
Rebecca
not.
or Hunter? Hunter is asking this question. Just
And Rebecca.
The Thomasons.
Oh.
all right.
Why you hate on Ruffles and versus Chips Oil of Olay then?
Oil of Olay? What are you
That's tough,
talking
you know, the
about?
Fishing or hunting?
Spaceship chips.
Fishing or hunting?
Neither.
Fishing is boring. Hunting, you get to shoot stuff.
Guardians of the Galaxy or Avengers?
Avengers.
Avengers.
He-Man or G.I. Joe?
He-Man.
Man, come on.
He-Man. Master of the universe.
G.I. Joe.
He gets a big cat. It becomes a bigger cat.
G.I.
Yeah,
Joe or
absolutely.
Transformers?
G.I. Joe.
Transformers. Masters of the universe.
Istanbul or Constantinople?
I don't know. Is it Istanbul or is it Constantinople?
Why they changed it, I can't
Is it
say.
Istanbul or Constantinople?
Woo!
I'm not giving an answer for that one because I don't want to offend anybody in those places.
Mozart? It's the same. Mozart or
I
Beethoven?
know.
It's a joke.
Goodness
It's a good
gracious.
He knows. He's kidding. Go. What was it?
Mozart or Beethoven?
Mozart.
I'm going to go with Van Halen on this one.
Deep dish or thin crust?
Deep dish.
Ooh.
Definitely deep dish. Thin
Somebody's
crust.
having pizza tonight, I think. I
Thin
just
crust is
realized.
like eating crackers with stuff on it.
Oh, yeah. Let's go with that one.
I don't like that one.
They're both good.
Yeah, I
Stuffed
like.
crust.
I-
not
I-
thick crust. Not like pan or whatever. Like,
I have
what,
only
Chicago?
ordered. I have only ordered thin crust once, and it was because
Too
my wife
toasty
asked
for
me
you,
to
like-
it. Asked me to do it because she wanted to try this new thing that Papa John's had.
What's it called? Thin crust, the new thing.
Yeah, and I was just like, no, I'm done with that. I'm not going to order that
I
again.
like thin crust. I don't care. I like them all.
Maul or Vader?
Oh, Darth Maul, Darth Vader. I'm like
Vader.
Maul.
I'm being super lazy.
Vader for
Wow,
sure.
Darth Maul.
Darth Maul was cool, but Vader was
Yeah, I don't know. Darth Maul is
The best.
Barely. I mean, you barely got any of them. So.
There's a lot of other stuff in the Clone Wars and all that
It's
other
not
kind
the
of stuff.
Same, though. I haven't seen that stuff
He's
either.
he's not actually dead. He's not actually dead.
Oh!
Did they have to cut him
Hang
in
on, I need
3
my technical
parts?
difficulties.
No,
again.
he's like a tripod in Clone Wars.
Oh, so like they salvaged his top half and gave him a new bottom half. I
Yes.
love Star Wars stuff because you can just fix whatever. People are losing limbs all the time. It's
Well,
like, nah, we got that.
lightsabers actually cauterized the wound, so he wouldn't have bled out.
He also got cut in half, dude.
Right, but
I mean, like,
all of your essential
no
organs are
organ
up
got
here.
nicked,
They're not
nothing
down
got
there.
nicked at all.
Lightsabers cauterized the wound.
Kind of feel bad for him now.
There's
I was hoping
there's
he'd
no
die.
blood.
Rocky or Creed?
Rocky, beyond the
I'm gonna
shadow
go
of a
with,
doubt.
Apollo Creed. He runs on the beach like nobody's business.
Body odor or rotten eggs?
Dude,
If I had to choose,
look, I can walk away from.
I would go
I can
with body
typically
odor.
walk away from rotten eggs without having to apologize to the eggs. So I'm gonna go with the rotten eggs. I don't have to talk my way out of rotten egg departure. You know,
Brown bread or white?
I mean, wheat or white?
brown bread.
Yeah, I guess it's true. Would you like some?
What would you like this on? A brown bread.
I like wheat bread better than white bread.
Apparently, I'm allergic to wheat. I found out.
Are you?
Slightly.
I'm
Just a
gonna
little
make
bit.
you a
I'm
sandwich
also
later.
allergic to shrimp. That ain't stopping.
Cool Ranch or nacho cheese Doritos?
Cool Ranch or nacho cheese Doritos? Cool Ranch. Cool Ranch.
I like my son David likes Cool Ranch a lot better, but I like nacho cheese better.
Nacho cheese.
That's right.
Couch or lazy boy?
Lazy boy.
Yeah, lazy boy.
5-hour game or 5-minute game 60 times in a row?
Both
Oh.
are horrible.
No, they are not. You would.
Both of those choices sound horrific. That's like playing that like.
Again, it depends on what the game is, right?
I don't want to have to play any game 60 times in a row. Just I'll take the 5-hour game. I really will.
Spyfall. You could probably do
It's not
Spyfall.
5 minutes.
Oh, come on.
Would you
do
play
8 minutes.
Okay, well,
60 times, 50. Let's say 50 times in a row. 50 times. At that point,
8
it's like,
times 50. How
okay,
many
but it's the
minutes
same
is
thing.
that?
Would you rather play Spyfall 5 hours in a row or a 5-hour game?
5-hour game. I just
Okay.
cannot take that game. I mean,
I'll go with that.
Like halfway
That's what I
through-
would have said anyway.
Halfway through that session, I'll just be like, "It's me. I'm the spy. Shoot me!" I want to at that point just launch me out the airlock.
Spyfall or Deception Murder in Hong Kong?
Deception, Murder in Hong Kong.
By far.
Fish or chips?
Both
Take the chips.
together on the same plate.
Three Stooges or Marx Brothers?
Three Stooges. Very much so.
That was-
Tic Tacs or gum?
Gum?
I like mints, but not necessarily Tic Tacs.
All right, ready to go. We'll do one last one here.
All right, one last one.
Let's see. That's good cover back up. No.
All right, what do we got? One last rapid fire question, and then we're gonna wrap
Make
this
it a
up.
good one.
Farts or burps?
Sam can't make that choice.
Two
You're
exits, no waiting.
You're asking the tough choices now.
Beats or Bears or Battlestar Galactica? That's funny.
Okay, I'm gonna ask a question here, Sam.
All right, go ahead.
Every game you know is already announced for 2017, and nothing else, or everything else and nothing that's been announced.
You mean everything that I know has been announced for 2017 and
No other games are released,
no other games are released,
or everything that will be released and none of the ones you know about.
everything that I know. So I'll always choose what I know against what I don't know, because I don't know what it is. So why would I choose it?
You're going to do the same thing, aren't you?
You would say the same thing.
Because I know Pandemic Legacy Season 2 is
Oh,
coming.
I got one last one here. Man or
Rising
Meeple?
Sun, son.
Are you serious?
It says man or Meeple. Pick one.
Meeple.
All right, go ahead and end the show here.
I'll say man then, just to
Boo!
just so it'll be like so it'll be one thing versus the other. That's all, you know. Anyway, so we're gonna wrap this up. I'm gonna put this back on my shirt.
Okay.
All right, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. 440 plus of you watching us.
Very cool.
Thanks very much for tuning in.
Appreciate
I'm
it.
not sure what everybody's here to see, but hopefully you did see it. I hope you had a good time. Thanks for all your questions. We're gonna go. We're gonna get out of here. So we're gonna see you again real soon, I'm sure. Go check out everything that's going on. Any announcements I need to make, Thomas? No?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
No, we're good.
Yeah, I think we're good. All right, everybody. Until next time, you've been watching The Dice Tower. My name is Zee Garcia,
Sam Healy.
and we'll see you next time. Hit that theme song.
Da, 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 da.